Greetings everyone. This is your girl LaSage. I am coming to you with day 7 with 28 days of self-love. We are 1/4 up. So, today I was led to talk about intuition. Intuition is a very lovely thing. But if you don't know how to follow it, it's null and void. The benefits of it just lay dormant in the back of your mind of what could have, would have, should have. So, intuition will allow you to know people, know things about people, or just know that this is not the right environment or the right person you need to be dealing with at that moment, or that you need more information, or that you need to pay attention to that person. With opportunities, it will let you know when to jump on the opportunity and when to leave it there, okay? Just because it's not for you to jump on the opportunity doesn't mean that the opportunity is bad or anything. It just may not mean that it's right for you. And don't ever let anyone talk you into doing something that does not feel right. If it doesn't feel right, do not continue. You need more information, or you just need to stay clear of it. Your intuition was not taught to you. Most of us, it was not taught to. Maybe in your household, intuition was bred and you would understand this video. You probably won't even need to watch the video. But for most of us, society, school teaches us that intuition, not to follow it because it's too uncertain. And everyone is guided differently. And when you listen to your intuition, it leads you to truth. Okay, it doesn't make you stay blind. It doesn't keep your eyes closed. You can't be controlled when you learn to trust your intuition. Intuition is that thing that they don't teach because they cannot control it or you. So they teach you the 5 senses: the seeing, the hearing, the touching, the tasting, the smelling. Intuition uses your 5 senses to tell you things, and you either have a gut feeling, or you may be able to smell that something doesn't smell right. Like when you're eating something, you know if it doesn't smell right, you probably need to think twice about eating it. Seeing. Intuition goes beyond what you see in the illusion that you're looking at. Intuition shows you what's behind what you're seeing, okay? Intuition shows you what's behind your 5 senses, okay? And being able to properly and effectively understand your intuition is a job in itself, because you have to get and cut through all of those beliefs and conditions that have been taught to you since you were yay high. So your beliefs can have you distrusting yourself. Your higher self is speaking to you right now. It's speaking to you through this video. My higher self is speaking through me, and I am sharing it with you, okay? So what you know right now in front of you, what you know is what you perceive, right? What you believe is what you perceive. The very act of believing something takes you out of the know, but you think you know because you believe it so strongly, but really it's just a belief. So your beliefs sit in your subconscious, and they're telling you how to view things. Your beliefs are telling you how to see things, but sometimes you have false beliefs back there, and they have you seeing through a lens that is cloudy, that's with partial information. And we so strongly, when we get a hold of a belief, we so strongly hold on to it that it becomes our identity, that we can't let it go, and that we work hard, our ego works so hard to defend that belief. But in reality, truth does not need defending, okay? I come to you from my highest self from my heart with these videos. And these videos are just as well for me as they are for you. This me doing this video with no script is trusting my intuition to bring me the words, the right words to say to you today, right? And so trusting, when you're in any relationship, when you're building a relationship, you have to trust that person in order for the relationship to be effective. But the beautiful thing about having a trust between your intuition and having a trust between your intuition is that you don't have to worry about your intuition failing you. Your intuition is always right. It never fails. Trust. The only time that if your intuition leads you somewhere and it may seem like things are going to crap or something's happening, it's literally bringing you to a place where it's challenging you to face your beliefs about yourself, to face things about yourself that you need to get to the next level. But also, when you give up on, let's say you have a decision, okay, and you decide your path, your intuition will lead you to the people, places, and things that will help you on this path, right? When you get to those people, places, and things, it is up to you to decide whether you're going to take the opportunity or you're going to leave it there. Are you going to procrastinate on it and let it pass you by, or are you going to leave it there? That is your decision. Your intuition cannot move you for you. It's your internal guidance system, and it can only lead you to the water. It cannot make you drink. Okay? Now, intuition fills in the gaps where, they say, oh, you should have common sense or whatever. Intuition fills in that gap between what you think you know and what is real and what is truth. Okay, it fills in that gap, and you can make decisions with little information but just your intuition, because your intuition knows everything that's ever happened, that's happening, is happening right now. There's really no past, no future. There is right now. So your intuition already knows what the outcome is going to be, because your intuition is connected to the highest source that knows all, that has experienced all. We are all connected through our higher self, through our consciousness. We all are a part of a group consciousness, and we can communicate with each other with no words if everybody listened to their inner voice. If everybody unlocked their gift of hearing, seeing, and all of that without having to actually hear and see. You notice blind people can really, they see and they hear. Their other senses get greater when certain senses are taken away from them, when they don't have it, they can't see. But literally, it's like, dang, how do you know so much? How are you so intuitive? How do you know this? It's almost like you're a genius and you're blind. How is that? Like, people who see can't even do the things that you can do. How is that possible? And it's because their senses have gotten stronger, because they have not had to rely on that sense. So the other senses got stronger. So you haven't relied on your intuition. So it's weak right now, right? But as you start to rely on it and start to use it, then it starts to get stronger and stronger. It's like that muscle, and it just gets stronger. And it knows, you have to trust your soul. Your soul wants to experience love, joy, and peace. That's what your soul wants to experience. And those feelings that you get when you're going somewhere, when you're connecting with a soulmate, when you're connecting with an opportunity or anything, you will get that feeling. And it will be a feeling of either peace, joy, or love. Like, it's this feeling that you get, and you just know. And if you follow that feeling, then it will lead you to some lovely places. And I'm telling you, there was a moment where I was confused about my intuition, and I said, well, how do I know it's my fears talking? how do I know if it's my fears telling me not to do something or if it's my intuition telling me not to do something? And in reality, my fears, I can easily go into my mind and talk to my fears and see what's behind my fears. I can ask myself, well, what am I fearing right now? Now, if there is a real fear, if there is a real reason to fear something, like if I say, well, I don't feel like something, I'm scared to do this. Well, why are you scared? Because I might fall. Okay, you might fall, but you also might not fall. So there's this 50-50 chance, right? So you're fearing that you're going to fall. You're afraid that you're going to fall because it's a possibility that you're going to fall. But it doesn't mean that you're actually going to fall. So what is it that you're really afraid of? Okay? If you trust and you have a trust that everything is going to work out, that you are protected, then you'll get to that next step. You'll get to that next level. But if you believe and feel like you're going to fall, then you're focusing and you're putting that, you're bringing that into your reality. And in essence, you fall because you brought that into your now moment. That is what you brought into your life. You imagined that and it became real. So let your intuition guide you past your fears. Let your intuition speak to you. There are books written on intuition that are very, like, intuition is it's no just me telling you in one video about how to use it, how to develop it. I actually feel like I'm gonna do a master class on intuition because I have learned how to really tap into my intuition so greatly that I trust it, and nobody can come in and tell me something different because I will know what it is that you're telling me. It's just a knowing feeling, and you just know it doesn't resonate with you. Truth resonates, and as you learn to listen to your inner self, you'll know, like certain leaders, a lot of these leaders out here that, have all these followings, a lot of them are caught up in ego, and they think that you think that, okay, man, you start worshiping these people and all of this. I'm not that type. I cannot do it. I can't worship people. I can't worship these leaders. I can't do it. I can't put them and their needs before my own. I can't do that. I can't let you talk me into something that I just don't want to do, that I don't feel right doing. You can't do it. So I don't even go to psychics anymore because I can read my own cards. I can read the deck, and my intuition will guide me to the card that I need to get to, right? And then when I'm looking at the symbolism in the words, like I will just be guided to what I need. I don't have to use the cards. I can go into a meditation and I can be led in my meditation to what the information that I need. Things, people, and angels and spirits and things, they are brought to me. I've been seeing the angel number 111 a lot. That is my intuition. That's the angels telling me, guiding me, and telling me that, okay, look, be careful what you're thinking about because you are manifesting very quickly right now. That is a sign. And I have been seeing it. Then I started seeing 222. And again, those numbers lead you to, there are certain things, like pay attention. These are things, you are on the right path. This stone right here, trust, I was somewhere and this stone came up, and I was at a metaphysical bookstore, and I closed my eyes and I said, Spirit, what would you like me to know today? I picked up the stone and it was trust. Now, the wonderful thing about this stone saying trust was that earlier in my meditation, I also had a vision basically telling me to trust myself, trust my inner self, trust what myself was telling me. This spirit, trust your spirit, okay? This is a Native American stone. I was also walking around Little 5 Points back in Atlanta, and I was just letting my spirit guide the way. and I was led to this stone. And I was also led to learn certain information about Native Americans. And I got here and I was led to these cards, the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards. And then I met someone who had a reservation, who was a Lakota Sweat, part of the Lakota tribe. And you know, then I got led to something else, and then something else, and then it all came around full circle. And so here I am learning how to just let it guide me. I have learned how to just let it guide me. And when you let your intuition guide you, it may tell you to do something that you're not comfortable doing, but you're only not comfortable because you fear. Allow yourself to debunk those fears by facing those fears and asking those fears, what are you trying to tell me right now? What are your fears trying to tell you? Your fears are also telling you things about yourself. And so once you realize what those fears are telling you, then you go in and you talk to what the fears are telling you, and you ask yourself, is this true or not? And then if it's true, then that is when that could be your intuition talking to you and telling you, okay, yeah, this is a real fear. This is for something for you to worry about. But if it's not a real fear, if it's like this, like just not a real fear, then just ignore it and move past it. Anyways, man, I could really talk about clairvoyancy. I could talk about clairsentience, like how psychic and how psychics are able to read your energy and all of that stuff. I could really get into that, but like I said, this video just can't be long enough for that. Like, that's a whole master class. I feel like I really believe that's what I'm gonna do. And because I don't want you to have to keep spending your money paying all of these psychics and intuitive, like I do it. I charge people because of course I have to tap into their energy. I have bills to pay. I love to do it for free. I do it for free sometimes, but that's only because if I feel led to do it. Maybe I'm somewhere, I'm at a party or something, and I just happen to have my cards on me, like, hey, why not, you know? But at the same time, this is something that I have worked hard to develop, and I want you to learn to develop it. And if you learn to develop it, you can get with other fellow readers, and y'all could barter readings with each other. Y'all could read each other, and that's a great thing too. Maybe sometimes, you know, just in the process of us learning how to trust our intuition, we go back and forth, and that's just how it happens. That's what happens too. You go back and forth, and it's gonna take a lot of, you know, just you recognizing where your intuition leads you, for you to just finally just give in and say, all right, look, I've been through this before. My intuition told me this. I learned my lesson. I'm listening this time. And this is what you have to just learn to do. And every day is a new opportunity for you to start over, okay? Don't beat yourself up for what you didn't do in the past. Right now is all that matters, okay? So have a lovely day. Kisses. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a lovely day. I love you for who you are, because I see straight through you. Peace.